Hi, hello, good morning. Let us begin today's session to discuss from the chapter The Rise of Nationalism in India. And today we will Rise of Nationalism in Europe. And today we will begin new concept from the chapter, that is Napoleonic Code. It is also going to be called as Civil Code of 1804. So we were discussing the rise of nationalism in Europe. We started how the revolutionaries, how the political leaders, how the common people from Europe they expressed or they witnessed for creating the sense of visualization of or emergence of nationalism, as well as in order to witness nationalism in Europe, so they made possible efforts to implement or introduce and adopt various means and measures. After discussing the spread of or the adaptation of the new principles, ideals, measures got circulated, they went with popularizing from one part of the Europe to the other part of Europe. So with the encouragement, with the good values, themes, motto found in the measures given stress to adopt by French revolutionaries and political leaders. So different people like members of educated community, middle class people, students, merchants, traders, and various other group of people from different parts of Europe, they started to form an association called Jacobean clubs. So these Jacobean clubs further they witnessed for outbreaking the nationalism in Europe, and they made possible efforts and possible methods to witness the formation of nation states in Europe. And today's session we are discussing about Napoleonic Code or Civil Code of 1804. So Napoleon, he is monarch. He is monarch, and as a ruler of France, Napoleon, he went with conquering or military campaigns. Because of that, he was able to conquer most of the parts of France or most of the regions of France under his direct control. So when he was able to conquer, when he was able to take control of most of the parts of the France, then he also made possible efforts to destroy democracy, and he made all the possible efforts to re-establish monarchy in Europe. Monarchy in Europe. Then destroying democracy, re-establishing monarchy in France. As a monarch, Napoleon, he made possible efforts to ensure efficient administrative he made possible efforts to assure, to witness, in adopting or in witnessing efficient administrative measures in France. He introduced, he brought some of the possible administrative means, measures and methods. Those administrative measures, methods got introduced by Napoleon. They are going to be identified as Napoleonic Code or Civil Code of 1804. I repeat once again, in today's session we are discussing a topic, Napoleonic Code or Civil Code of 1804. So Napoleon, he is a monarch, ruler of France. As a ruler of France, as a monarch in France, he went with conquering most of the parts of France under his direct control. After taking control over France, Napoleon made all the possible measures to destroy democracy and to re-establish monarchy. So after re-establishing monarchy, Napoleon tried, he made all the possible means and measures to adopt, witness efficient administrative measures. In order to witness efficient administrative measures in France, some of the administrative principles, ideals, measures he got or he brought or he introduced. These measures, which are mainly introduced by Napoleon, they are going to be identified as Napoleonic Code or Civil Code of 1804. Let us discuss. Let us list out what are the important administrative measures that are brought or introduced by Napoleon. Number 1. Napoleon, first he gave importance to improve first administrative measure which was introduced by Napoleon. First he gave stress, importance to improve, upgrade, standardize transport and communication system in France. So the first administrative measure, that is Napoleon Bonaparte introduced, measure to improve transport and communication system in France. Second one, Napoleon Bonaparte, Napoleon, he abolished the practice of feudalism, the practice of feudalism. Hence, abolition of feudalism in France made peasants, serfs and others to become free. Second administrative measure, Napoleon stressed, given importance to abolish feudalism. So abolition of feudalism made peasants, serfs to become free. Third one, a new administrative system got introduced. This new administrative system, it witnessed for assuring or giving freedom, liberty for a group of people like peasants, peasants, serfs, merchants, artisans, traders, and others. This new system introduced by Napoleon, it gave importance to assure, sanction, grant freedom to some class of people like peasants, serfs, merchants, artisans, traders, and major and minor, small and large sized businessmen to carry out whatever the work, whatever the kind of activity that they are having interest to carry out. So, peasants, serfs, merchants, artisans, traders, businessmen, and others, they got freedom to carry out the works where they are having interest. Fourth one, in order to assure equality, in order to make people to feel liberal, free, Napoleon stressed to introduce uniform administrative system. Uniform administrative system or uniform administrative laws, which are going to be applicable for all the different class of people in France. That is uniform system of administrative measures or uniform administrative system or laws equally they are given importance to applicable to all the different class of people in France. Then Napoleon gave importance to assure trade and business activity. For that, he gave importance to standardize measurements, weights, standardized measurements, weights, and other means of exchanging the commodities or goods. So, fifth administrative measure given importance by Napoleon, it is he standardized measurements, weights, and other means of exchanging the goods or commodities by different group of people in France. Then sixth one, Napoleon gave importance to introduce common national currency. Napoleon introduced common national currency which can be used for various business activities by different group of people without any kind of such feeling where different group of people may think that they are not liable to get equal amount of profits in their activities or works. So, 6 important administrative measures got introduced by Napoleon. Number 1, Napoleon he improved transport and communication. Then he abolished feudalism and he gave because of that peasants, serfs became free. Then he gave freedom to peasants. So because of that, merchants, artisans, traders and others felt free to carry out, free to involve in a kind of work where they are having their own interest. Then uniform administrative system or uniform administrative laws got introduced which are equally applicable to all the different class of people in Europe or in France. Then he standardized measurements, weights and other means of exchanging the commodities or goods by different group of people. Then he introduced common national currency which can be circulated in different activities or different business and different means of exchanging the goods in France. So these are mainly the measures which are going to be identified as or which are going to be called as Napoleonic Code, and these measures are also going to be called as Civil Code of 1804. So these 6 administrative measures got introduced, implemented by Napoleon. Hence they are going to be called as Napoleonic Code or Civil Code of 1804. So with this we will end today's session, and tomorrow we will continue with one more part of the chapter. Thank you.